probably, and then return back to work and then resting. And so try to extract this and also try to know if the person walks upstairs, downstairs, for measurement of the activity and to better assess if the way he's acting during the day is compatible with his health status. This is a derivative of what I just said. This is a product, I think it started to be bought, but it's now still expensive because they only built 10,000 pieces. It was developed by my company. The idea is you have a small piece like this. It is this size. I can show you later if you want, the one with me. And it just smiles when you walk enough during the day. So this is done for people who are not very active. Of course, if you used to do half hour of jogging every day, there is no problem. It's based on a European standard mentioning how much you should walk per day, and it is a set of 2-3 times 10 minutes of walk with some run in between and so on. So if I look then on the computer, but it's not mandatory, you can just have the smile on the face, it would say that this person between 8 and 8, I cannot read exactly. So this is slot of 1 hour. Just walk for 5 minutes or 3 minutes. And then here there was even some run, 7 minutes run around 6 o'clock in the evening, and got the smiley to say, well, today you have done what was the, let's say, the standard, the minimum standard. So for elderly people or people not very active, this is a simple way that was even brought to, was offered by a German insurance company to their users in order to have them sufficiently active, since activity means remain healthy and also is also a way to prevent diseases. When we go a bit more in depth in processing, just by using accelerometer on the chest belt, you can have some more information concerning the activity of the person. In this case, using an accelerometer at the thorax, you could measure how much the running speed of the person, and it was compared in this case to GPS and to polar system. It is an accelerometer that you put on your shoes. In this case, as I said, it was not on the shoe, and so it is already accurate enough just by doing signal processing. Another important information that you can extract, at least for athletes, is the efficiency of your running. With this kind of information, you can see that this person is using very low level of energy for a wide speed of run, between 12 and 20 kilometers per hour. Rather than this person is using 3 or 4 times the same amount of energy and is not very efficient even, so not very flat in the curve, and only between 12 and 16 kilometers per hour. So by using this kind of tool, you can adapt your training, and you can also know if you are trained enough to do different type of athletic activities. This is another development in the case also to remove in this, the belt that, like the Polar One or Decathlon or others, but combining this with a earlobe by making the measurement optical. And what I will maybe go a bit faster, by doing some processing and combining with acceleration signal, you can remove the movement of the head, and you can also remove the pulsability of the blood based on your stepping, and to extract the heart rate. And you can see that in normal cases, it's easy to detect the heart rate. When you are running, it's a bit noisy, and this is compared to the polar system. In this case, you can see that the person was running for some while, then resting, then running again, and it follows. Both systems are in good matching. I mentioned before detecting fall. Something that you want more convenient is to have it not at the thorax, because it is not nice, but you're having also combined with a watch. And the goal is to go inside of watch by using a fall detector directly on the wrist. And as you know, you move your hand in different way than your chest. And it doesn't mean you fall, but you have then to compare, and this is what we do. We measure the pulse rate at the same time, also at the wrist. And by using this information, we can remove the noise. and at least get the information. About the market, just a few words. So there are a few products, and mainly, I would say, the one that we know best are the one like the Nike shoes, iPod, and the Polar system, or here a new one that is actually a solar cells embedded in the collar, but is it added to the garment or embedded directly inside? I would say rather added. Nevertheless, it is a development by interactive wear. So there is room for a lot of biological and combined system, but it is very complex, and this is probably one of the reasons that this system have not gone through yet. And by focusing more on some specificities or RD parts of the system, probably this could improve the entrance into the market. So to summarize my presentation, the wearable sensing and electronics is very promising. There are more and more parameters that are available, although these parameters are not all very accurate. By combining them and by extracting them, the important information for the application, we can go to some results. Although this is not a standard clinic, so this is not standard way of making things, at least from the physician point of view. And nevertheless, there are still many work to be done on ergonomy, on local processing, also on decision support, so avoiding to have somebody monitoring you, on the power management. You don't want to change batteries too often, and at the same time, more sensors need more power, and to be more fault tolerant in order to be closer to the normal use of garment, where it is possible to break a little shirt without having everything not working. And probably there will be more system coming to the market in the coming years. At least this is my belief. That's all.